Hola, mi gente. I have a thought on my mind. And the thought that comes to my mind right now are certain people in life, they tend to allow for life to take over. They allow for life to destroy them and make them bitter. They allow, and I'm saying allow because it's a personal choice. You understand? Any situation that anyone in life has been put in, you can overcome. And I say that with confidence. Why I say that with confidence? Because it's something called self-love, self-first. There's something called divine rights. There's something called divinity. There's something called God and goddesses. There is something called changing your life. Whenever you tap into who you are and you learn how to love yourself and you learn how to be one with everything that's around you, and when I say be one, meaning going and flowing without restricting and fighting. You know, there's certain things in life that are given to you and you have no choice. It's just the way it is. And I'm not saying that this is like you got to be put in a punk situation or you're in a weak situation, because I'm gonna be honest with you, when you self-love self first, none of those titles exist. Nah, man, none of those titles exist. We don't fear, we don't worry, we're not weak. You understand? There's a higher power that stands within you, which is your protector. It protects you, it guides you, and it's you're shown what's more important. Material things are not important. They're not the ones. The material things are not the things that are getting you up early in the morning to get your day started. No, they're not. Material things are not the thing that keeps you in a love frequency so that you can self-love, self-first. Material things are not those items that can guide you in using your intuition when needed to figure out what's the next step. They're not. I can go on and on about what material things cannot do, but I know I tell you one thing. I can also go on as to how tapping into who you are will put you in a position of overcoming anything that is put in front of you. And you'll start to realize how complaining won't get you there. You'll start to realize how all that egoic thinking is not necessary. You'll start to realize that how you were raised, what you thought was important, it's not important. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if I were you, I wouldn't wait till you get older or old or at your deathbed in order for you to figure that out. Don't do it. Why? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because you're missing out on living life. It's just that simple. Don't you want to enjoy life? Like, don't you want to wake up happy? Don't you want to be, you should want the best for yourself. You should want changes. You should know how to respect yourself and put yourself in a position where you are not to be played with. You should, and I say that respectfully and humbly, not with an attitude. I say that with tons of love, you know, and admiration for this earth this beautiful, phenomenal earth that helps you in your journey. Have you ever meditated? If you haven't, you should. There's a lot of growth and a lot of changes and a lot of energy that comes from meditation. That's a tool. It's a resource. And it becomes a more powerful resource when you do it with the earth, when you're one with the earth. When I say this, I mean when you meditate when the sun is out, or when you meditate when the moon is out. There's energy there. It's natural. So, I'm sharing this information because I have been doing this myself for a very long time, and I see the benefits in this. It's not just talk. You got to actually do it, and you got to invest into your life for quite some time so you can see why this is even a thing. And you know, for some it'll be easy, for some it'll take its time. You know, I guess it depends on how deep into the matrix you are. You understand? How deep into being programmed you are as to how you allow for others to say how to live your life versus you taking control of how your life goes. There's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. Don't judge me. It's a thing. And until you tap into it, you will not even understand or fathom what is it that I'm talking about. You understand? So for those who are tapped in, you my people. For those who are not tapped in, you better get with it. You better get with it. Because there is a huge paradigm shift that has been going on. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, you just don't know. And that's just how it is. It's but so much a person can keep talking and telling you the same thing of what to do and what to do and what is a necessity. And if you ignore it, then it's kind of like I told you so. You understand? That's how you separate yourself from low frequency to a high frequency person. I don't know if you've been hearing that term a lot, but it's a thing. Self-love, self-first will definitely keep you at a high frequency, baby. I tell you. You understand? It's a thing. It's a thing. Self-love, self-first, baby. You understand? You better tap into that love for self that's going to invigorate you. Self-love, self-first at all times. Ciao.